Well, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
On behalf of the people of Chicago, it is truly an honor to welcome you all to your national convention, the UE, in the greatest city in the world, the city of Chicago. So thank you all. I'm very proud that you all are gathering today and setting your policies for the years to come. You know, of course, I may be biased, but I do think that you did pick the ideal city for your convention. And thank you, Carl, for your commitment and leadership over the years. For one thing, though, that you are here at a perfect time to explore our 77 unique and vibrant communities. And at least you're here now, you're not here in January, because, you know, yeah, it gets a little frosty here. But most importantly, Chicago is a city that is steeped in the labor movement and labor history. One of the birthplaces of the American labor movement. Our city's identity is intertwined with the struggle for safe workplaces and fair wages and a just society. And that was clear as we stood up during the Haymarket Affair and the Pullman strike. But its countless unions and trade organizations were formed right here in Chicago, giving rise to democratically situated rank and file movements that helped shape workplaces, and it has made our nation stronger. Today, the spirit of solidarity amongst workers continues to be the thriving force here in Chicago. And we've been able to see it firsthand. As Carl mentioned, you know, one of my best jobs that I've ever had is that of a public school teacher. And all of us who serve the public and the public good, you are part of a rich tradition of what our ancestors dreamed of. But also as an organizer with the Chicago Teachers Union, we took on some very powerful forces. In fact, I'm proud that we stood on picket lines together, a hunger strike, and fighting for Chicago's children, the teachers, and of course the collective future of our beloved city. And the very elevators that are now held for me were elevators that I blocked other administrations from going up to. And so now the 5th floor is filled with everyday working people whose struggle continues to be my struggle as we fight for a more just and equitable society. But I carry those experiences with me as mayor, and I will continue to fight for working families. My administration has a very clear goal: to be the most pro-worker city in America.
Yes.
And we are already moving in that direction. We eliminated the sub-minimum wage for tip workers to deliver fair wages for working families, particularly brown and black women. I recently signed an executive order to implement skills-based hiring in city government to remove barriers to city jobs and honor the diverse lived experiences of residents. Chicago passed the most progressive paid time off, paid sick leave policy in the nation. As workers asked for a day off, I did the right thing and I gave them 10.
All right.
And so now, whether it's the tip workers or the over 1 million workers who will now have time to go to the doctor or to go to their child's report card pickup or to just take time for themselves, that's how we build a nation for working people. And under my administration, I'm also very proud that we adopted the Chicago Teachers Union's contract with a promise to defend our immigrant students, to defend the teaching of Black history, to protect the LGBTQ plus community, to ensure that we're protecting veteran workers, to ensuring that our class sizes are manageable, making sure that we have social workers and counselors within our school communities. You know, it was W.B. Du Bois that said that public education at the expense of the state, particularly in the South, after all, is a Negro idea. And I'm very proud that the city of Chicago is embracing that very Negro idea. the UE's democratic structure, a progressive structure, it really mirrors the values of Chicago. And I thank the UE for your example of what it means to be an institution, an organization that is driven by the very people that make it what it is. And over the next few days, as you discuss all of the strategies and the resolutions that reflect the collective will of the membership, I hope that this city serves as a reminder of what is possible when workers stand together. We need to hold true to our democratic values. We need to remain in concert with one another, where solidarity cannot just simply be the words on a piece of paper, but solidarity has to be love and power in action. And so we need that now more than ever, particularly at a time when we have someone who is inimical to the interests of working people and has clearly shredded our Constitution. As we work to ensure that our democracy thrives, we also have to make sure that our humanity lives on. And as members of the UE, our nation, as you know, is at a crossroads. The president is working overtime to dismantle our democracy and harm working people. We must stand united and firm in our values. Do not be afraid. Do not bend. Do not break. Remain firm and vigilant in our overall collective struggle to make sure that the interests of working people are always front and center in our politics. I don't know about you, but I do know one thing for sure, that Chicago is never going to cower or bend or break to tyranny or authoritarianism.
That's
We're
right.
going to stand firm in our values, fighting for working people. In any attempt to divide or try to conquer our communities, we will stand. In fact, as there's been reported in the news, whether you are an immigrant, whether you are a descendant of slaves, that this great city that was established by a Black Haitian immigrant and a Potawatomi woman who understood that the city of Chicago would be the global capital of the world. It is the soul of America. It is the city that said, yes, we can. It is the city that said, keep hope alive. It is the city that when Dr. King came and visited us, he said that if we can figure it out in Chicago, we can do it anywhere in the world. And as we stand for the interests of working people, protecting our immigrants and our undocumented community, we will defend our immigrant communities. We will defend our undocumented communities. We will defend the LGBTQ plus community. We will defend Black history. We will make sure that we invest in a society that challenges the ultra-rich to pay their fair share in taxes.
Yeah.
In closing, we are a just movement. This is a just city, and we will stand with workers. We are on pace in Chicago to build 10,000 affordable units by the end of my first term. We hired 31,119 young people for summer jobs. We've expanded mental and behavioral health care services. It turns out when you put the interest of working people first, you can drive violence down in Chicago. To build safe and affordable communities, you have to invest in those communities. My administration is proud and ready to partner to protect our democracy and to ensure that UE members can thrive in our city. I appreciate you all gathering in this beloved city, but I do need you to do me a favor. I have a budget deficit that I'm dealing with, so spend as much money as you possibly can. Thank you all.